Hello everybody, just a quick one. On all our 68 plate Ford Mondeo Mark 5 2 litre diesels, we keep getting this engine code P24C7-00 or something like that. I'll show you in a minute when I connect the scanner up. It relates to a sensor on the exhaust system. Now, from what I've worked out, from 65 plate to 68 plate, all the sensors on the DPF, the temperature sensors and the lambda sensors and all that, they're all the same. Apart from, there's one that's halfway down the exhaust system after the DPF and all that. It's sort of like in the middle of the car where it's situated on the exhaust system. From 65 to 17 plates, this was just like a temperature probe. On the 68 plates, they changed them. They've done away with this temperature probe and they put more like a lambda sensor looking sensor in the exhaust, and it's also got a control module on it, which is in this box. I'll show you that in a minute. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the car in, read the fault code, then I'm going to rip it off the car and fit this new one and hope it fixes it. But I'm going to have to wait a few weeks because the light doesn't come straight back on again. Anyway, let's get this lambda sensor ripped off the car first. We have 178,000 miles on the clock, but this light's been coming on for a long time and we just keep clearing it, and sort of like a few days later it come back on again. So it's going to be P247 or something when it loads it up. Yep, P247C-00, particulate matter sensor, temperature circuit range performance, pending DTC, warning lamp on. So this is the code I keep getting. It's all on these 68 plate Mondeos. All the earlier ones I don't get this code. So I'm going to change a sensor which I think is the problem. So the sensor we're going to change is this one. It's the last one halfway down the exhaust pipe, and it runs underneath your under tray panels down the sides. So I'm going to have to drop this panel down. It's only one Torx bit and a load of little 10mm, and that whole tray you can just like lower it down. You haven't got to undo it at the front. But you see where that sensor is, like a lambda sensor, and the wiring comes underneath here and it goes to the little control unit. So I'm going to unbolt this and I'm going to see if I can undo this bloody sensor, because that might be in there a bit tight. That little control unit is it's held on by like a little clip thing. You just push the lugs in like that. Yep, that's it. She's off. 24mm spanner. It wasn't that tight. Oh, there we go. I'll tell you what, it still looks as clean as a whistle. The emissions are good. Anyway, let's pop the new one on. And here is the new one. Oh, box is upside down. That be the part number. Right, anyway, let's get the bloody thing out. So, one lambda sensor, one control unit. Let's pop it on. I'm going to nip this up. That's it. It feeds through a little bracket there, so you've got to get that in right. Runs it around into another little clip, like that. And then your module slots onto them little clips. Plug it in, push the white tab back in. That's it, we're done. Well, that weren't a bad job actually. I was expecting it to be worse. So I'll lift this bloody under tray back up, let the car go back out, and hope the light don't come back on. So today is July the 29th, 2022. The driver's going to take the car away and we'll see what happens. Hello everybody, it is now August the 5th 2022. Remember that car with the bloody code P247 whatever the hell it is? I'll put it up here so you can see it again. Well, it's Friday and the car's back for his weekly wash and check over, and I can confirm the light hasn't come back on. And the driver says to me the light would come on usually within 2 to 3 days of it being switched off and cleared. It's now been a full 7 days, it's not come on. However, there is one more problem with this car. It was never going to be that bloody easy, was it? Can you kind of guess what's missing from down here? I've just taken it off. I was so happy when he said to me the light hasn't come back, the engine light hasn't come back on. But when we opened his bonnet, there was no flipping water in the coolant bottle. And there's your thermostat housing. Look at the bloody state of that. That was seriously about to lay an egg. See ya. But yeah, it's left a right shit patch down there. So I'm going to put a new thermostat housing on it. But other thing I was going to say to you, that NOx sensor, I think that's what it's called. This is the box it came in, if you're interested. I haven't looked on eBay to see if they do them, but this is the genuine Ford part number. But I'm going to scroll up now with my phone to give you to reveal the price. Did you see that? £268. Hang on, let's put the decimal point. 69 pence plus that. That is one flipping expensive sensor. But these are the same kind of NOx sensors that you find on BMW 320s, and they're not exactly cheap either. They're a fortune from the they're a fortune from the dealership. But if you go to like eBay, you can get aftermarket ones, but I'm not sure whether you can get aftermarket ones for the Mark V Mondeo. That's be up to you. But if you want to get a genuine one, at least you know it's going to work. And obviously in this case, it has worked. So that's all I wanted to say. That is a problem that is actually finally solved for once. Comes at a cost though. It's never cheap, is it? £300 for what is basically a lambda sensor. But it comes with that control unit as well, so that's why they put the bloody price up. Anyway, that's it. Problem solved. So till the next time, thanks for watching and see ya.